Hey everybody, got my new tire put on the wheel. Did a lot of work sanding up the old wheel. Maybe 2 or 3 hours on a Friday, maybe another 2 hours, something like that, on the day after that. But I had to keep on, taking it back over to the front yard to wheel off all the sanding dust, because I kept on, sanding it up. Oh, I want to sand it up a little bit more. Okay, now I want to sand up all the edges with 600 grit sandpaper. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And the difference in height between the old paint and the old primer, all the layers, the different layers. Okay, I gotta watch out here. I want to be careful where I roll the tire, because right there's pieces of a crack pipe, because the unfortunates, they come back here because there's no gate, and they do their thing. Those unfortunate people, they have no idea. They have no idea what a good life you can live. But I do. I know what a good life I can live. Take care of myself. Stay positive. Don't do crazy drugs. Keep a fit and active body. Those guys, they're asleep. Their bodies are asleep. Me, I work out. I also started taking gymnastics class. Yesterday I got good at doing forward flips off the trampoline and onto a soft cushiony mat. Yeah. So, yeah, this is what I mean. Like these changes in elevation between the old paint and the primer. And in some cases, it's pretty close to being real, just old paint. So I sanded it up. So that's the new. That's several hours of painting, and a lot of painting actually. I put on 2 coats of primer, and then after that I put on this top coat, so 3 coats of that, and then I also put on like a hardener, like a hard cover called like a top coat, and the wheel actually used to look a lot shinier than this, but after I put on the top coat, which was a matte top coat, it made it look a lot less shiny, which is good, because I don't want it to be shiny. I don't want my car to be like shiny and have myself be like, oh geez, I hope it doesn't get scratched, because this way it's I'm not going to worry about it getting scratched, and it still looks nice and freshly painted. So yeah, that's good. Thumbs up. I'd also like to point out the guys at Big O Tires. They took off the old tire for me, and they took off the old tire for me, and when I was all done and I went to go pay, they said, get out of here, just take it and get out. And they were just kind of joking, but they were serious. They wanted to do something nice for me, because I had wheeled this tire all the way down there, and they thought it was pretty cool that I was doing that, working hard. So so I'm gonna put this back on there, back on the car, and put it back on there. All right, thanks a lot for watching 1958 AMC Rambler Super part, I think maybe 115. Yeah, these tires, I got the other 3 in the kitchen. But, because the previous owner, I don't know if I already told you about this, but the previous owner had 2 different sizes of tire on the car. He had, these ones, which are 205, 205 millimeter wide, right, by 70, which is 70% of this distance height-wise. And then, the R is the rim, so that's rim size 15 inches across, and 96S is the speed rating. There's not a lot of tread variations on here, but that's okay. I'm not, going to be cruising around with this thing at 90 miles per hour. I hope to. That'd be nice. But anyways, I ordered the wrong tires because the previous owner, he had 2 different sizes of tire on the car. He had one at the very back of the car on the passenger side. It wasn't 205 70R. It was actually 215. And the reason why is because he was in a pinch. He was obviously in a pinch. He was like, okay, I'm stuck. I have 3 tires of one size, but I do have this other tire which is 10 millimeters wider. So I can just put that one on the back. Since it doesn't turn, it'll just sit there, and that's fine. And I can understand his logic, his thinking, but that's a no-no. If you're going to be driving a car and taking care of it, you shouldn't be putting 2 different sizes of tire on your car. You can do better than that. So I ordered 4 tires of the wrong size. I went, uh-oh. And then I had to pay for them to get refunded. I had to pay for the shipping. It cost me more than $358 to pay for that mistake I made. And it was my fault. But the owner had 2 different sizes of tire in the car, and I didn't, check carefully before I pressed buy. And that's my fault. So I had to pay for that mistake. And then I had to order new tires, the right size. So I had 8 tires in my kitchen at one time. About, I think 3 weeks ago by now, there was 8 tires in the kitchen, and I took all 4 of those other tires in a cab back down to a FedEx place that would accept them, because one FedEx place I went to was like, no, we don't have any room for that. And so I had to, go to a different one, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so now I only have 3 tires in my kitchen, and I think I'm going to do 1 tire a paycheck because I switched jobs and I don't take care of the guys anymore. So I don't make a lot of money. So I'm going to have to cut down on the spending and really control myself. Before it was just, I just fucking spend whatever I wanted on the car. But I can't do that now. I got stuff to do. Like not be broke. And eat. And do everything else I want to do. But anyways, okay. So, thanks a lot for watching my video, everybody. Take care, and have a nice weekend.